If you're a person who ever dealt with disrespect in the past and you didn't really know how to deal with it, this video is right for you. I will tell you a little secret. You don't deal with disrespect. You just leave out the door. And how do you do it? You leave quietly, in silence. Hi, my name is Rebecca and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Whenever someone disrespects you in any way, shape, or form, you just need to exit their life quietly, because people always respond to actions over words. And what a lot of people tend to do is to complain to them, ask them why they disrespected them, why they did this and that. But trust me, this is not going to bring you anywhere, because whenever you start to complain to the person that disrespected you, you're showing to them that you will keep up with any bullshit and that you, first of all, don't have any respect for yourself. And by you complaining to the person who disrespected you, you're just subconsciously also showing them that you don't have boundaries for yourself and that they can actually treat you the same disrespectful way they do now, or even worse. So the best thing you can do for yourself is not to deal with disrespect, but just leave in silence. So that means that you should not do anything, absolutely zero. Say nothing, no explanation, just leave. Because it's what I said before, people always respond to actions over words. When you can actually leave without complaining to the person that disrespected you or having the need to take revenge, you will actually be the bigger person in the scenario, because the person that disrespected you, they will think to themselves, no way did the person just leave. No way they stopped keeping up with my bullshit. Because by you just leaving and not explaining yourself, you're showing by your direct action that if someone disrespects you in any shape, way, or form, you're simply not going to deal with that. And as a consequence, this person that disrespected you does not have you in their life any longer. It also shows the other person that you have immense self-respect, that you know your worth and the value that you bring into their life. And if they can see it from the get-go, well, their loss. Because a lot of people think that they need to take revenge on the person, but by you having the need to take revenge, you're showing to yourself and the other person and the universe in general that you are no better than the person who disrespected you. You're exactly on the same level, because a wise and mature person understands that if someone did them wrong, if someone disrespected them, that will come back to them either way, because the universe is going to punish them. Comes around, goes around. And since life is a boomerang, whenever a person disrespects you in any sort of way, that is going to come back to them in tenfold. So you don't have to do anything. And by you actually doing something, that would just show what an immature person you are that has childish behavior. Because a mature person with self-awareness, they know exactly that they don't need to take revenge. They in fact have to do nothing, because the universe will sort everything out by itself. And by either taking revenge or complaining to the person, either way you're giving the person some type of reaction, which directly shows that this person has the power over you. Because if the power lies in your hands, you will not do anything. Because a mature person with immense self-awareness knows that no matter the situation that they encounter in their life, they know how to deal with it, know when it's just better to walk away without saying anything, because actions always speak louder than words. And if you're a person that knows the value that you bring to someone else's life, you know that in that type of situation, you will simply walk away and not let yourself be disrespected. Because whenever a person is disrespecting you, you know what that shows? That just shows that they don't appreciate you enough and they simply don't care to disrespect you. Because a person that knows your worth will never disrespect you in the first place. If I give my respect to someone, it needs to be reciprocated. If I don't get it reciprocated, I'm out the door. And that's exactly what you should do as well. And that leads me to my next point, that you should not give second chances to a person who disrespected you. Because when someone disrespects you, they go so low, and whenever you're giving them a second chance, you can give them again a chance to disrespect you in the future. Only when you see that the person has truly changed, then that's when I would consider giving them a second chance. And even then, I'm not sure if I would give them a second chance, because they need to be aware what they lose from the beginning before they disrespect you to begin with. Because at the end of the day, you're not a circus where people can decide to come and exit your life at any point of your day. Have some self-respect. Let's talk about what to do when specifically a guy disrespects you. A lot of girls think that they need to ask the guy why they disrespected them, why they did XYZ. But in fact, you shouldn't do any of that. You should simply just leave. You shouldn't scream at him. You shouldn't be mad at him. You should, in fact, say nothing at all, because you know your worth. And if someone can't even give you the bare minimum, which is mutual respect, then I'm sorry, you can just leave. And whenever a guy comes back after and he asks you, oh, are you mad at me, this and that, you should simply say, I'm not mad, I'm just less interested. Because you know what hurts the most? Being indifferent to the person you once cared about. Because whenever you can give a person a calm reaction, that just shows that you don't care about them any longer. Because whenever you're mad at a guy, the guy is aware that he can fix it in a way that you will be good again. But when you're simply disappointed, he knows that he can't do anything, because once the cup with disappointment is full, there's only one way, and the way is out. So if I were you, I would never scream at a guy or be mad at a guy for disrespecting me. I would simply have no reaction, walk out the door, and if the guy ever asks me, I would just say, I'm not mad, I'm just less interested, and that's exactly when it hurts the most. Because personally, when a man does something to disrespect me, I just think to myself, ew, that is so disgusting, that's beyond the bare minimum. So whenever someone is disrespecting you, whether it's a man, whether it's your friend, whether it's a family member, you should just exit their life quietly, and most times not give the person a second chance, because having respect for a person, showing the mutual respect that you have for each other is the bare minimum. And if someone can show you a certain level of respect, you should never give them a second chance. Because if you do give that person a second chance, it's another opportunity for them to disrespect you in the future. And that also leads me to my last point, to be firm with your boundaries. Know exactly what you tolerate and what you don't tolerate. Because when you know exactly what you don't tolerate and you can actually exit someone's life easily, that creates room for new people to enter your life who truly value you and know your worth from the get-go, without them having to mess it up and then proving to you that they actually do care about you and that they do appreciate you in their life. Because speaking from personal experience, I dealt in my past with friends who didn't necessarily have the level of respect for me that I expected from them, and I would always excuse it with some sort of behavior, and I thought that it will get better over time. But guess what? It did not get better, and this type of friends continued to disrespect me until I learned my lesson, that I was so disappointed with them that I was like, no thank you, I don't need that. I prefer to have fewer friends and friends that I can truly count on, where I have reciprocated respect. I know they know the value that I bring into their life, and I know the value that they bring into my life. And nowadays, whenever someone disrespects me, whether it's a friend or whether it's a guy, I simply don't deal with that any longer, and I just wish them bye-bye, because I truly don't care to have a lot of friends these days. I prefer to have a small circle with people that I can truly count on. And once you understand that you don't need a lot of people in your life, and you truly only need the people who make your life a better one, who actually value you, respect you, and see your worth, that's when you will also see how great life is and how many amazing people there are out there. And with that being said, never deal with disrespect and just leave in silence. I hope you learned something from this video, and if you did, leave a thumbs up and subscribe.